Hey, Gili, how are you? Good to see you.
Hi, Christine. Hi, everyone. My name is Gili Zaidman. I'm a curator based in Tel Aviv, where I live with my partner and our 2 kids. And Christine?
Hi, yeah, I'm also a curator and a dramaturg. I would love to live in Tel Aviv, but I live in Berlin with my partner and our 3-year-old son. I usually work at a desk, so I apologize that I make myself really comfortable in front of my laptop on the couch because I'm due in a couple of days. I don't know if you can see. So yeah, I'm a curator and dramaturg, as I said, and at the core of my practice are transdisciplinary projects and interactive projects in the field of socially engaged art, mostly in public spaces. In my work, I focus on community life, urbanism, sustainability, and work with projects that try to leave or questioning how to leave a social impact. And I think this is what we are trying to achieve maybe with this endeavor here with the project Hands Face Space, a COVID-friendly playground for mothers. Gili, do you want to talk or say something about how we came up with this idea, or what's it about?
We applied to a project application by the Future Forum titled People to Playground. And we thought what we can discuss and address while COVID at home between lockdowns as mothers and art-related in our art-related practices. And we thought about creativity and awareness and social media, and that Zoom is a really good platform to frame this whole era of before COVID and after COVID, during COVID for now. And Christine and I, we came to know each other in a former collaboration titled Foothold. It was a collaboration between B-Tour in Berlin and the Refrigerator in Tel Aviv, Hamekarer, for the Hebrew crowd here. And at the time, actually coming to think about it, it's exactly the opposite, because it was a festival of sound and performance tours in the public sphere. And now it's completely the opposite, because we are in the house, in home, or with our chosen background. And but basically I think that both of our practices are driven from interaction and how to engage with the public and the spectators, and how human relations are in a way art. And now we are moving from the background as curators and dramaturgs, and dramaturgs in Christin's case, I'm just a curator, only a curator, and getting ourselves in front and to discuss about what we can do and how we can succeed in, I don't know, shifting ourselves and shifting perspective for those who will listen to this Zoom-based conversation, and also for ourselves, and to see how to get in the flow and not be stuck between realities or uncertainty and culture lockdown, in a way, shutting down the systems. And Yes, so this is the basic, the basis for this project, and we want to thank Future Forum for believing in us, in us and our application. And Christine, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, it's nice that you mentioned like that we already worked together, which is, it's nice that we can have this chance now to proceed with what we left off in a way, and to take our thoughts on another level now with this idea, and that in a way this I guess all the creatives and artists listening or watching now know this very well, that an idea can only live, usually, mostly, can only live and survive with some funding and some acknowledgement through the funding. Otherwise, it becomes obsolete or gets into the hobby niche. And we're very glad that with this funding we got, we were sort of we got confirmed in a way that it's okay to address that we are not only professionals, but we are also personas with families. And that the past year was amazing. I mean, it's not over yet, so it's like, I don't know how long we have to survive on these political terms that define how we get to live and what we get to do and what we get to work on or not. But I think especially for creatives and artists, the past year has been a tremendous challenge, and especially for the ones of us with kids and with families, because not only did we get stuck at home, we also got stuck with the kids, taking care of them. And just when we prepared the application, or when we discussed what we are actually at the moment thinking of, and this is how usually a creative endeavor starts, you share what you think about, or you share what your mental state is, or what you feel about. And we realized that even though we live in different cities, different countries, different political systems and so on, it's very similar that this lack of creativity, or that for space to live creativity, that we are very similar in this. And I guess that we share this situation with a lot of you out there who are in need for funding, for reliving their creative lives, for having the time and the space to think about new ideas and come up with other projects. So when we saw this application called People to People Playground, or People to Playground, we thought it's actually it fits very much into our situation of the need to share our tools and to start a discussion about what are we thinking about, and what is the creative process before a project is ready also. And since all the international collaborations got cancelled, the funding got cancelled, and as I mentioned, there's no time and space to think about creative projects, it's just a very good opportunity to put it out into the open, how creatives usually work, and to share this part of process that usually is not seen, namely the research and the brainstorming of ideas, and the leading up to a project, the playing with ideas. And that's why we thought we established this hand-face space secured space of just the space that we have. We mentioned it, we usually work in the public space with other people, and right now it's just us all the time in front of the computer. And Zoom has become an image of the past year, where basically all of our social activities take place via Zoom. So we thought it's really fit to the time we live in. And and that usually we don't mix public and private in our professional lives. I mean, we just talked before the conversation, we just talked about that in our bios, we usually don't mention that we are mothers. Oh, no, like we wouldn't mention that we have kids because we are very, very professional. And this is a new thing for us also, to be very open about personal struggles, artistic struggles, and being frank and open about what's it like to be a mom and still trying to be creative. So I think this is one of the topics that we would like to bring in as tools to this playground. Artistic life, the pandemic, health issues, that there's a certain part of health that is being put forward in this pandemic by politicians, and then mental health, creativity is obsolete according to politicians, so that most artists are not relevant for the society according to politics. So we would like to talk about the role of art in society, how we can contribute to society with our creative lives and art, and and what this experience during the pandemic, what it has been like for us, and how we can move forward in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, I would add that I don't practice as a curator since 2019. And in a way, it's a maternity leave that got pivot to got stuck. Sorry.
Do you want to share
anyways
about your personal,
like when I saw this chance to for a new project, I wanted to address something that I have in mind for over a year, and it's the environment and the way that we experience healthcare institutes. And it's something that I'm thinking about due to personal experience. And with COVID, it made everything more clear that culture institutes and projects, like everything was really closed and out of reach, and in a way not relevant. I'm saying it with like a really and on when basically health and diseases and pandemic and all the healthcare is got a huge chunk of our life, of our attention. And I'm sorry, I'm losing my words a bit, but I'll get into shape. Anyway, I approached Christine, and I thought maybe we can do something with, like, to collaborate again. And Christine replied that her interest that nowadays is the I'm saying your words as I got them. The connection between being a mother and being an artist, and where does your creativity go? And I thought that for me this could really link, because in a way my son has an ultra rare disease, and we're still not exactly certain like where our life is going to. But we are positive. Positive thinking is very important. And for me, I thought that all this, I'm really occupied with hospitals and clinics and how it should look and what can I do. And I want to curate in hallways and waiting areas. And in my practice, I'm really drawn to not designated art institutes, like the first exhibition I ever curated was in a mall, in a coming soon Nike store. And in a way, if Yotam wasn't ill, I wouldn't think about hospitals. It wasn't part of my biography, so it probably won't be something that I will come out and seek to do. But then again, like the path that all of our family is going to, because of this, choose whatever word, whatever emoji, whatever, like, I don't know, feeling that you want to add here, is going to. So my practice as a curator joined my path as a mother, and now my interest is in art and culture in healthcare waiting halls or institutes. And I think it's interesting, or I want to believe that we don't, like, it's not that we don't have to choose, because we are choosing every day, but I want to believe that everything can come together. And like, I've grown as a mother, I've grown as a person, I've grown as a partner, though my partner might sometimes disagree with that. And all of these experiences are turning into our practice. What I believe it's in whatever we do. And also when Christine and I were like discussing, like in pre-talks to this conversation, it came to mind that like we feel that creativity is in a way, I don't know if it's lost because we are creative with the children, but it's channeled there. And I thought, like, what other practices, like, what are they losing to the time with the kids, or like being at home or reorganizing things, like what skills other people have and other people practice. So, and another point, like right at this alley, is the importance of the public health system and what really makes us balanced, and what is our well-being, like how do we what is important for us, what is a basic need, when culture and education and other things are downgraded as not essential. So what can we do?
You touched on so many points. I would like to take you up on one of them, at least. I'm sure we can get back to some of the others, but what you said now with this, in a way, your role as creative or curator and mother, and maybe you can share also like what made you become an artist or work as artist, however you want to define that. But yeah, this social role that for you art plays. I think that was a major point in your way leading up to the curator that you are now. But maybe you can, in your own words, describe a little bit what made you become an artist.
I consider myself a curator, but maybe it's avoiding the, like, don't tag me as an artist. I'm not the artist, but we leave it at that. It's not the point now. I think it was always there in a way. And also, and this is something also that I've talked with you and also with obviously Iris Przedecki, who was together we established the refrigerator. So that art is a form of communication. It's like this is my way to pronounce or to
Express.
To express an idea, to express myself, to express other people's goals and inner feelings. And so I think for me this is the I was once told that I'm not clear, that I think with images, and therefore I'm not clear. And at the time I think I was a bit offended, but I think also it's true, because there's something with art and the flexibility of how you put yourself out there. And also the communication, like it's as a curator I'm exposed to it's not a secret, but it's like to people's, I don't know, way of thought and conflicts, and when the connection is good, great, wonderful, when there's really I don't know if it's solidarity. I don't want to choose like a too big of a word, but when you find someone who can really listen and take you further, and to learn from one another, to communicate, to and also to like evoke something with the people that are engaged with the outcome, then something sparks. Like it's like you made a point, but it's not too didactic, it's not patronizing, it's like you gave something from yourself, and it's very I want to believe that it's very genuine, and then something is shifting, and something stimulates you, and something and like one brick over the other, some like you really build something with other people. Like it's always with other people, it's always about other people. It's
the same for me. This art as tool to get in touch with other people, this connection, this we as human beings, we are social beings. We need each other. This is probably also why this pandemic is so hard on us, because social distancing, I mean, at the beginning was social distancing. Now we feel really alienated from one another. It's yeah, this is really tough to let go of this, not only coming together but also physical touch and being together. And for me, this is a great, when art brings people together and makes them connect and makes them something new, as like two people coming together and they share something and they share an experience, and afterwards they're not the same as before, because they learned something, they were touched in their hearts, they shared a conversation, or they had an insight about something that was provided through the art. Then I think that's magic. And for me, this is one of the reasons to be alive even. And that's what I love about art. When art does this for me, then it's really, really good. And yeah, and this is, I think at the moment, so difficult that we don't have this, or we are looking for different ways to collaborate in order to have these connections and to engage in these shifting of perspectives. And yeah, so that's for me, I think, one of the reasons why I keep holding on to practicing art, even though not only as mother, but also with the funding and so on. It's, I mean, we can get more into this, and can get more into this later, because when we discussed what do we want to do with this project or with these conversations, what do we want to achieve, we said that first of all, we want to be very open about our personal lives, because this is sometimes, or usually, it's not really spoken of, and also to address struggles is not really supported, I guess, in the arts world, to speak about personal or artistic struggles. And we said that in a way, since it's such a topic about parents, or mainly mothers or females, because this pandemic was addressed as a crisis of feminism, because especially the mothers are the ones who are at home taking care of the kids, and earn less, and then they are more likely to stay more at home. So in this crisis of feminism, a lot of the achievements in gender equality and equity have been stopped or brought to a halt. And maybe it's different in Israel, but I read about it a lot during the past year here in Germany, and I think that there is a point there. And we said, in a way, we want to be very open about how we see this and how we can empower each other or lift each other by being open about it, by maybe mentioning other people we worked with, to give them a platform, to lift them up, to mention their names in links once we publish the video, and so on, to create a network. I mean, it's not going to be a massive platform that we're building here with 3 conversations, 2 that we want to pre-record, and 1 where we want to invite other people to discuss with us about topics that came up during these conversations, or maybe topics that the other people want to bring in. But in a way to look for ways where we can not only talk about ourselves, but also provide a platform to those who don't have a platform at the moment. And and I think this is really great when art can do this to reflect on changes in the society or environment, or I don't know, reflect on these changes or developments, and then give new perspectives or change perspectives. I think for me, art is really strong when it can do this in a subtle way. It doesn't have to be like out there in your face, but when it manages to change your perspective, then I think that's amazing. And of course, art can have many different formats in how to do that. And yeah, performance or paintings. Or Gili, the other day I told you that I read the biography of Marina Abramovic and that I'm a huge fan of her mental strength. And because we talked about creativity, and in a way the mental proposition of artists, and I had to say that I really admire her for putting herself out there and being so dedicated to her art. And yeah, that she decided not to become a mother, but to be only an artist. And it's not my path, but I admire her ability to put herself 180% out there during a performance, to be just there and to be present with her mind. And yeah, there were many thoughts that came to my mind when I read it about doing art, about the commitment as an artist also. And also, I must say, it was really something that I needed during the past year, where I haven't been once to a theater, not once to a concert, no cinema, no nothing. I've become completely cultureless and artless, and I enjoyed it so much to be in somebody else's head and to get some inspirations. So yeah, I don't know if we want to talk a little bit about where inspiration comes from, apart from everyday life. Now that you said since due to the conditions of your son, your life changed, and then you changed the way you think about art, or where to do art and how to do art, and for whom it's important also. I don't know, do you think that's something that you would like to add something?
I think that art is something that we experience every day. Maybe it's a cliche to say so, but I do believe so. And that we experience art in different ways. And as I said, like it shouldn't be only in art designated institutes. It's amazing. And I remember also that you said that it will be nice now to go to a doctor and get a prescription to go to a museum or something that really can ease your soul, or I don't know, just
maybe just to explain, when we talked about basic needs, and I said I find it ridiculous and outrageous and horrible that all the activities that I think both of our governments planned and carried out is only for this let's keep away from each other, and that prevention in a way is not an issue, and that in this health aspect, mental health is not an issue, that we as humans, we need a variety of things to be healthy, and we need other people, and we need good food, and we need sports, and we need also fun and a little bit lightness. And that's when I said it's ridiculous that in order to stay healthy we get to I mean, and I know why all these political measurements are there, and why we have to take care of each other, and I know all that, but still from this aspect of what do we need to, what do we also need to be healthy and happy, that there's so much missing at the moment that usually makes us happy and healthy and sane, and that rather than going to the doctor to get a prescription for a new mask, we should get prescriptions for art, for museums and operas, to experience creativity. Because I did a little bit research about that in fact, once you as human are in the process of this flow and creativity, your mind and your brain waves are in a level that repairs, like the cells repair themselves, they are happy, and then your body rejuvenates and heals itself. And in that, coming from that kind of thought, we should all engage in creative activities more often, not just because it's fun, but also because it's good, it's healthy. And yeah, I thought maybe this should be a new slogan. Yeah, go and be creative, go to the museums and to theaters, to stay healthy, like as a COVID, fight COVID with us, and be more creative. That would be,
Sounds great.
that would be a new approach that I think to try out and to see what happens. I mean, I know COVID is very, yeah, we need to watch out and so on, but maybe we can try a different approach after a year. And yeah, so art and life and basic needs.
Yeah. So I'll say, and maybe this will conclude this first conversation, that in a way, now that you spoke, I thought that as, let's say, toddlers or infants, like in a way, one can say that you get to know the society in the playground. Like when you go out, like usually you go to a playground. And now for us, it's like we are getting out of this, I don't know, hibernation phase or something. And like this is our virtual playground, and we are sharing our toys. And we are hoping that like the toolbox and our interests and our, I don't know,
thoughts.
Open, yeah, like open thoughts, like we
Yeah.
don't we'll touch someone, and maybe from that something else will develop.
Yeah.
And
like with kids playing, I mean, they don't know what comes out of it, and they, well, sometimes they share their toys, sometimes not, but through sharing something new gets done. And I think this is something that we would very much like. So
yeah, I'm seeing now our backgrounds, and I'm thinking that it's like we are in a white cube, and it's funny also because both of us, though we love museums, and I used to work at the Israel Museum, Jerusalem, which was like a magnificent place to learn and to achieve things. But we are not practicing in a white cube, and we are not that interested in the white cube. But now, like I feel like I'm inside a white cube with this frame and the walls, and it's interesting as a like my privacy is very important to me, and I was looking for a place at my house, which, as you see, it's like a wall, a door, and actually a painting that my daughter drew when she was sick about 2 years ago, and it's funny because I wanted to create like a white flat something that won't really say anything about me and my family, my personal life, but won't be too black and just a wall. But maybe if we would, I hope that we won't, but maybe if we would have continued Zooming and virtual experience, so like I would open the door, like literally open the door to what's really going on, and just
Continued.
the parallel terms that
Yeah.
it's just funny. I think like being in a white cube and trying to go to the like to reach out the public sphere and the public space, and yeah, and I think this is really the hand face space. Like it came from the Zoom restrictions, the COVID restrictions, but it's like we thought that it's like the mimics and the gestures and the space that we are creating here. And I think that would you like to add something for conclusion or?
No, it's nice that you came back to the title, that this is it, what we're left with as creatives at the moment. I mean, not just creatives, all the art, not only art world, but all the workers at the moment. They share their space at home, and sometimes a kid comes in, walking in, and then the private and the work life get mixed. And I think this has become also a very typical image of our during the past year, that we all moved a little bit from the white cubes in the offices to our private homes, sharing, kids walking in, crying, stress of managing private life and work life. And this is the space that we work in at the moment, that we have, that is given to us because of the restrictions. And we are opening up the space to see what comes out. We are offering our tools and see who wants to play with us and interact with us. And we'll do that in the third talk. And let's conclude for now that maybe we take some of the topics with us to the next conversation, and maybe we'll look more into the empowerment, lifting each other, or creative struggles as moms. We'll see. Let's leave it like that for now. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So see you soon.
See you soon. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. And
thank you for being with us wherever you are.
You can leave us comments also when you watch this video, and even later, and then we'll see how we can what we can take from this into further conversations, maybe other projects, maybe other people want to get in touch with you. And let's really use this as a platform and share thoughts and be there for each other, I think. Good. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ciao.
Ciao.